Hi, kids. Hi, kids. Today, I wanted to talk about a record that's part of my record collection. This is something that I bought on like the most popular website where people buy crap. Because I was on Reddit Vinyl Deals and I saw that this was $11 or $12. I couldn't resist because I was looking for something to buy, and I happened to like Gizz, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard Paper Mâché Dream Balloon. This is something where, okay, so I've been going through my music, and I kind of have it in alphabetical, but also by category, and I'm going through this, talking about all my records, and I've been working on everything that just kind of falls under pop or rock and roll, even adult contemporary, just basically the basic music category that can fall under pop or rock or something close to that. This is one of their earlier ones. Is it like 2015 or 14 or? Here's the insert. Oh, you know, it's a flightless record, which is Eric. 2015, it says copyright. And that's when it came out, I believe. Clay sculpture of them or something. But funny thing is, since I'm going through by category, I have a handful of ways that a handful of genres that I separated my records into. Not a ton of different ones, just a how many different categories do I have? I don't know. 7, 6. Anyway, within those, I own 3 King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard records, and each one of those is in a different genre. Or at least I did separate them that way because it seemed fair. Like, I maybe could have put this one in more of like a folk category because of all their, well, not of all their albums, but this one in particular, it's almost a little jazzy, but it's sort of like a folk record almost. It's a lot of acoustic guitars and stuff. Yeah, basically an acoustic album. But I just kind of threw it in with pop and rock because it fits best in there. Pop. It's not one that I particularly like by them, honestly. It's alright though, like I'll put it on. I remember the kid liked it years ago back when I first got it, I think. I probably bought it online maybe 2020? Right around there. The first track on the album, Sense, sort of a jazz tune. That one's awesome. It's kind of worth owning for that, really. But I mean, the price, I couldn't pass it up, and I'm a fan of this band. I saw them play at First Avenue like 2 years ago, a year ago. Left the show early, which is kind of a bummer because I missed some good stuff at the end of that set. But I saw most of the show and it was great. They might have played Bitter Boogie, which is on this album. But you know what? I'll tell you why it's worth owning, not just the price. I'll show you why it's worth owning. Not that I'm a big like color vinyl person, but it's got this sort of, I mean, you can kind of see through it. It's like, it's a cool one. They do a lot of different color vinyls, but I like this shade of orange. It's one of my favorites. Maybe, I don't know. maybe my favorite. Maybe my favorite color. Not my favorite album that I own. No, definitely not. In fact, yeah, this album is not up there with my favorite King Gizzard records. The first one I ever heard by them, this video isn't about that, but the first one I ever heard by them was the one that they gave out for free. And I hadn't really heard about them up to that point, but I downloaded the album. What's it called? Polygon Wonderland. And yeah, I mean, the bias is because it's the first one I heard, maybe, but because of a couple of the tracks in particular, that one is by far my favorite. But they have a lot of good stuff. It's usually more of like kind of a hard rock type thing. Their concert the one that I went to, was interesting because they had only a year or two before that. Maybe their second to most recent record at that time was Petro Dragon Apocalypse. And like, it's a pretty solid thrash album. In fact, I'll talk about that in a later video maybe. But I feel like it kind of drew, like, there were some metalheads there for sure. And there were also a lot of hippies, like hippie jam band type people are really into this band. Because they play long sets and, you know, I don't know. It's kind of hippie music. So it was this sort of weird intersection of metalheads and hippies. It was kind of funny. Both dirty, long-haired people, though. Yeah. If you like acoustic guitars and Australians that normally play garage rock, I don't know. Maybe get it. Am I recommending it? Kinda. I like the band, but they get a little old too. I mean, they're basically a garage rock band. And everybody has their style that they can't get away from, even when they are reaching out into different genres. This one was back when they had two drummers, which was something that appealed to me. I thought was cool about them. But then they dropped the one drummer. They dropped Eric. And, you know what? I saw some a-hole on the internet comment that it gave Cavs a lot more room, their current drummer, a lot more space to really kind of let loose, in so many words, and really kind of shine. And, you know, at first I was kind of like, I like when they had two drummers. You know what? After, you know, listening to them since then, I mean, more since then, I think that comment, that whoever commenter rando on the internet was right. I agree with him now. Cavs is a great drummer. Was Eric Moore holding him back? No hate, Eric. You were cool, and I liked your playing in King Gizzard. You do you, boo.